Heyo guys, what's cracklackin'? It's Crypticosis and we're back again with another video. This time I'll be showing you Grim Dawn again. I'll be running my Krieg farming run, which is all the way up to Crown Hill into the Flashworks, taking on Valaxteria and Commander Krieg himself, just to try and get the his set item to drop, the Krieg set item. I'll be using my Dagallon Purifier, which is a dual wielding pistol build, and it's pure on DPS, a little bit glass cannon, but it managed to dish out enough damage to kill mobs and stuff. So without further ado, let's try and go ahead into the game. I'm going to be farming on ultimate mode, obviously, because as the drops there are much better and you get more drops. So, yeah. Those of you who are not familiar with Grim Dawn, it's an action RPG by Krieg Entertainment. It's one of the, well, the graphics are not great, but I think the gameplay and the customization is just top notch. And it's an action RPG which you fans should actually check it out. It's what I think Diablo 3 should have been. I'm not sure if Diablo 4 makes a difference, but well, anyway. So yeah, I'll be porting over to Crown Hill. I won't be going much into the details of the game, just the run itself. And I will be showcasing just a bit of my build in a while. My damage is pretty good. I don't have my full BIS yet. It's not really all best in slot, but mostly everything it's already there. Obviously, I haven't really min-maxed anything yet. But you know, this game is just so in depth because you can actually join two classes together to form one new class altogether, and there are a total of 9 classes with unlimited combinations and how you would like to play. Basically, this is more of a single player game than a multiplayer, so there isn't really any meta. It's all about experimentation and how you like to play your class, your chosen class. But of course, there are some builds which are tried and true and they actually work. There are more builds out there which are yet to be discovered, so it really depends on one's imagination. And they just got an update in the game, so it's quite an old game. It's since like 2016, like 4 years ago, but the developers kept updating it, as it went on, and that's really awesome. And the updates are free. You should wait for the next Steam sale, or you can just pick it up right now and get all the DLCs as well, as the end game requires the DLC, because without the DLC you will not be able to advance to level 100, which is the max, and you lose out on certain awesome new legendaries and items. Obviously, sometimes the legendaries are not great. In fact, the monster infrequents are even better. What is a monster infrequent? Is a special piece of equipment which drops from named monsters. So if, for example, like this Glacial Persevere Hand Cannon of Blood, it will have like monsters named ABC something hand cannon of something. Yeah, that's an infrequent. And these things are well, totems. They just added in like 2 or 3 updates ago. You click on it and you have to cleanse it. A wave of monsters will start appearing, and if you kill them all, it will drop items to give you XP and everything. Let's just try and show you how it is. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, I just tend to stand and face tank everything. I rarely kite because my damage is really high. I'm using a mod, a rainbow mod, to differentiate items. You see the purple color, Mythical Ladriel Spellblade. That is a legendary, so it's actually better to, for me, it's better to use rainbow mods to differentiate items. Makes it easier. So yeah, you see, you get like tons and tons of items drops from these totems. But yeah, I normally use this run to farm Krieg, and so happens if there's a totem usually around here or somewhere in here. If it's here, I'll just ignore it. If it's here, I'll go for it. Right. So the next boss is Valaxteria, which is right here. So she drops a piece of Krieg's armor. What is Krieg's armor? I'll show you after the video. It's meant for Death Knights, which is the combination of warriors and necromancer. But yeah, the drop rate is really low, so you have to keep farming and farming. all action RPGs are the grind. Yeah, even like Diablo 3 as well. So I kind of like this kind of games. I mean, grinding aside, I like to min-max my equipment and my gear, and this really pushes it to the limit for me. Because, well, I'm not too hard on the graphics. As long as the gameplay is great, that's fine. And normally action RPGs don't really have a really nice story to begin with, but Grim Dawn has a pretty good story, in my opinion. So yeah, let's head on. So this is my first stop. The next stop will be heading on inwards into Crown Hill, and you end up at the entrance to the Fleshworks. You have to finish the game up to here first, right, before you can actually unlock all these locations to farm. You can play multiplayer, but it's not really geared well for multiplayer because there are like small little bugs here and there as well. But I'm fine because I normally play single player. I don't really have time much in a week, so whenever I have free time, I'll just jump on in and play. Yeah. So okay, if you open your inventory, this is my inventory. I just show you my clear out this guy. So it's a Dagallon Purifier. I'm using the Dagallon set. So okay. Something there. That's spawning monsters. Right, I'm using the Dagallon set, which comprises of 2 pistols, Dagallon's Destroyer. Where these guys keep coming from? Okay, sorry. Dagallon's Destroyer, Dagallon's Annihilator, and it's a 4-piece set, obviously the face guard and the chest armor, which gives 2 sets, 8 to 15 fire damage, which is additive, 8 to 15 lightning damage, 3 sets, 10% crit, 40% attack speed, and +3 to fire strike skill. Full set gives you +3 to bursting rounds, +3 to storm spread, +1 second duration to deadly aim, which is great. And well, it gives you resistance and attack speed to deadly aim, and further elemental buffs. So it's a fire lightning build. You can see from here. Yeah. Right, my fire modifier is pretty high, so is my lightning. Obviously I'm leaning more towards fire than lightning, but as long as both are high, it's fine. And obviously I'm using Shoulder Guards of Justice. I probably need another part of the Shoulder Guards, I think. I'm not sure, probably the legs. Yeah, but anyway, it's not really a BIS build at the moment, but I'm still dishing out enough damage to sustain it. And yeah, your inventory slots are really great. You can have like loads of inventory slots. You unlock the slots by completing quests in the game throughout the story. So I need to actually head back first to make some space, because inside the Fleshworks there are tons of mobs that drop stuff, and usually I'll just sell all the yellows and greens, which I don't really need, unless they're significant, of course. Yeah. Just give me a moment. Right, and in every action RPG there are components such as these things like corpse guards. You know, because you auto pick them up, and these components are ones that you should keep because they actually give you, they're used to augment your armor or your weapons, or even to create new armor and weapons. You need them, so it's best to just keep them, not sell them. Right, and obviously keep any blues and greens you find. Rarity in this game is white in color for common, and then yellow for like just rare, and green for magical. Yeah, and then there will be epics, which are blue, and legendaries, which are purple. So yeah, that legendary is the highest tier of equipment rarity in the game. Right, let's just head back to spawn and head on into the Fleshworks. So this is a very steampunkish, Lovecraftian type of game, where you fight eldritch monsters and demons and whatnot. You can tell by the model of the monsters you're fighting. I can actually zoom in just to show you. So you see, like really Cthulhu type of demonic sort of a thing. So, yeah. And along this route, you will find a Nemesis boss. If you have reached Nemesis with whatever faction it is that's here, in this case it's Aetherils, you will see a big skull on one of the maps here. It could be here, it could be outside, but it's on the way of going to my Krieg farm. So if it's there, I will kill it. You get like recipes, and obviously if you're lucky enough you can get a warrant which increases reputation loss for the Aetherils. Since it's the Aetherils Nemesis, you can use that warrant to use on one of your alts, your alternate characters, so that they can lose reputation quicker and allowing you to reach Nemesis status faster. That's a bit complicated right there, but it's all in the game manual when you actually, if you have the time to read up on it in Krieg Entertainment's forum. It's on the game guide. So I'm just going through and talking some stuff, spewing some info out to you guys so that you roughly know what you're getting in at. Yeah, these guys, these human Aetheril guys, are a pain in the butt because they do have this damage shield which you need to deal enough damage to break away first before you can actually damage them. So yeah, it takes a while to kill. And as with every Diablo type sort of RPG, ARPG, you start in normal mode, and then when you finish the game one time, you can go to a different difficulty mode, which is Elite, and then you end up at Ultimate, which is where I'm at right now. So every time you change the difficulty, your resistance will go down. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 20 or 20% at Elite, and then 50% at Ultimate. So sometimes damage is not all, and armor is not all. You need to up your resistance really high. I'll just show you my resistance in a bit. So yeah, my resistance is here. See, I got 86%. It will cap at 80%. Obviously, sometimes it's good to overcap because look at that, it's 86% plus 73% over maximum. So it's best to have every resistance at least 16% over maximum, at least, or just about, because some of the monsters and the boss mobs will reduce your resistance further, and this overcap does help you maintain 80%. If you don't have at least 80% or 60%, you'll be taking shit tons of damage from whatever source in the game. Right, if you see the skull there, that's the Nemesis boss. I might die from it, so it's best if I open a rift gate or a portal just in case, so I don't have to run all the way back to collect my body. See, it does make a difference. Oh, yeah. So that's how it is. It's not thing, but it drops a chest right here, which is a Nemesis True. Let's see what I get from it. Whoa, I got 2 legendaries and a blueprint, which is the recipe, and it looks like this, and it's a mythical recipe. So that's one of the better ways to get recipe from Nemesis. The drop rates are much higher. You can actually get them from literally anything. Every item in the game, well, mostly every item in the game is dropped by RNG. So you have to pray to RNGesus that you get a drop. But for the Krieg set, it only drops from these 2 bosses. There's one more which I've already farmed enough, and I've gotten like a few of them already. So I'm missing like, I think 2 or 3 more pieces, which is a bitch to get, honestly. But yeah, you need to descend to level 2 in the Fleshworks to find Commander Krieg. Okay, that was tough, that was rough. I didn't have so much trouble with that guy before. I don't know why. Yeah. I just have to be thankful, I guess, because usually in random dungeons, you get like debuffs which will show right here. So this is not really a random dungeon, this is a story area location, yes, so it doesn't really have that kind of debuff. Right, so that's Flash River Krieg, Commander Krieg. So he drops one of the Krieg set items right here. I hope he drops one for me, I've been through a lot of trouble. Oh no, I didn't get anything. Yeah, but that's how it is. Yep. Okay, so now it's time to port back and sell all the loot I got for cash. I just want to show you what a monster infrequent is, if I got any right here. You can roughly tell if it's infrequent because the model look of the thing, it's really different. Plague Bearers, Redeemer, no, it's not one of the infrequents. It definitely needs to have a name to it first. Anyway, let me just sell off all this stuff. Okay, and that recipe, yeah, cool, awesome. And just drop that in my box. So if you're a new player and you have this access to the smuggler already, it's wise to actually put all your components, which so conveniently has one of the buttons right here, move components from inventory to the current open stash page. Move it over, right? It's much better to do that because you can then your alternate characters can actually actually gain access to the all your components as well, and you need the components in certain things like crafting and all, which your alternate characters will be able to access immediately as well. Alright, I forgot what this is, but yeah, anyway. Just put them in, and then I'll show you what the Krieg set is in a moment. Yeah. I have my items stored in other characters because I don't have enough stash space. Yeah, which is weird, isn't it? It should be here. Right, so why I said get the expansion, because there are two parts. One is the Ashes of Malmort expansion, second one is the Forgotten Gods, and there is Crucible. Crucible is a unlimited infinite barrage against monsters wave after wave, and at every 10 wave intervals you got an option to continue or just stop. So this is a good way of farming items as well. So it's those endless runs, if you will. Yeah, but I just use it as a platform for me to transfer items between alternate characters and my mules, if you will. But let me show you what the Krieg set is about and why is it so good for a Death Knight starter build. So you can actually just search Krieg, and the ones which are lit up have the Kriegs in there. So yeah, that's his Krieg, and I have two Krieg boots, which is a bit shit because you cannot transmute them to different parts of the set, which is balls. Anyway, yeah, Krieg. So what's so good about Krieg? It's 5-part set, so 2 sets give you 120 physical damage, 120 damage, 120 internal trauma damage. Those are 3 types of damages, and at 3 sets gives you health and offensive ability. At 4 sets it gives you +1 skills to all soldier and necromancer and arcanist, and 5 sets will give you either damage increase, additive, and it reduces resistance of the target for to Raggar's power and whatever, and you get Krieg's Wrath. So this is definitely a very good Death Knight build set to use. So that's why I'm trying to farm it, right? But RNG doesn't really like me, so it's a bit false. Yeah, I only have 2 of them, so I'm actually missing 3 sets. And I'm missing the mask, the shoulder guards, and the grip, and these drop from Valaxteria and Kreig himself. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's my video for Grim Dawn, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, and hopefully give you a little bit insight on what the game is about, and you might pique your interest to try it out. You know, it's on Steam, it's on Epic Games Store as well, so whichever platform you use, do go for it. If this thing comes out on Switch, I'm definitely going to buy it because it's really a good time sink and it's nice. Look, you can just tell by the amount of characters I have. I have a Death Knight, obviously my Purifier. I have a Commando, you know, another Commando, which is a different type of build. A Paladin, Vindicator, Pyromancer, Blade Master, Ritualist, Warlord, right, Warder, Tactician, Shieldbreaker, and finally an Infiltrator. So yeah, I've got like so many classes to go through, and it's really a nice game. Yeah. But anyway, do check it out if you like, and I'll be trying to do more videos on Grim Dawn as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you're entertained, and I shall see you guys soon. And in fact, I'm actually streaming Monster Hunter World Iceborne tonight at 8:30 PM GMT +8. So if you're interested, drop by Facebook on my page and check me out. Alright, cheers guys, happy gaming.